Yo, what's up gamers? This is my first YouTube video. Well, it wasn't planned on being my first YouTube video, but a video was recently uploaded by video game Dunkey about Last of Us Part 2, and that bothered me quite a bit, so now I'm gonna make a quick video response to it. Okay, so first off, I'm not gonna try to say that Dunkey's wrong to have positive feelings towards this video game. It's a perfectly fine, functional video game made by Naughty Dog, and the visual presentation of it is utterly sublime. My main issue is that when Dunkey decided to make a rebuttal video addressing critiques of Last of Us 2, a game he praised, he decided the best way to go about this would be to go to the YouTube comments section of his own video. Yeah, he didn't bother watching any coherent, detailed video critiques by the likes of, say, Matthew Matosis, or even shorter but still genuine reviews like the one from SkillUp. No, he thought that addressing raging complaints from 10-year-olds on a YouTube comments section would be the best way to go about hearing the other side of the argument. I'm sure you were disheartened to see those kids dislike your Last of Us 2 video for going against the popular opinion, but that's pretty much what you signed up for the moment you started making content for YouTube. If you really wanted to validate your point of view, you could have acknowledged the many more genuine review videos from people who didn't enjoy the game as much as you did, like the aforementioned SkillUp or Matthew Matosis. Instead, you used comments from angry children to generalize all the complaints about the game to just be SJW bad. Believe it or not, there are valid things to dislike about the game that people complain about, but Dunkey pretty much avoided talking about any of it, which seemed like a pretty disingenuous way of validating your own argument. One of the few valid complaints he very lightly touches upon is the story's huge reliance on contrivances to get the plot moving forward, which is fair enough. But I still think that that's not an excuse for generalizing an entire argument's complaints. Other than that, the other major thing about his video that bothered me is that at the beginning of it, he tried to compare the backlash of Last of Us 2 to the initial backlash of The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker, which really annoyed me. The big difference between the criticisms of these two games is that in Wind Waker, people were initially upset because the game's art style was a drastic visual shift from its predecessor. It was certainly a shallow thing to rag the game on at the time, because a game's art style is for the most part superfluous when it comes to the core experience of Wind Waker. Compare that to the complaints about Last of Us 2, which were, for the most part, regarding the game's story. Unlike a game's art style, the Last of Us games are largely regarded so well because of their story. It's the backbone of the game itself. Nobody's driving out to the stores in droves to buy these games for the gameplay, although the gameplay in Last of Us is certainly still decent. Regardless, it seemed like another lazy tactic from Dunkey to try and invalidate real criticisms of a game by drawing comparisons that don't hold up if you think about it for more than 2 seconds. Anyway, that's all I really wanted to touch upon in this video. Like I said, I do not mind in the slightest that Dunkey enjoyed Last of Us 2 more than I did. If he likes the game, more power to him. I only really took issue with how he tried to present his argument for why the game was good. Anyway, thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe and like button if you enjoyed this video. Really helps the new guy out. Peace.